As a bone doctor, I never thought I'd say this, but there's one common fast food that people are eating tonight without even thinking, and it could be silently raising your risk of back pain while you sleep. I know that sounds unbelievable, but just hear me out for a second. Imagine this. You go to bed feeling perfectly fine, maybe even a little happy after eating your favorite meal. You think you're going to get a good night's rest, but when you wake up, your back is stiff, it hurts to get out of bed, and sometimes you can't even bend down or turn the way you want to. You might think, did I sleep wrong? Is my mattress bad? Am I just getting older? But the real answer might be on your dinner plate. I've seen hundreds of patients in my clinic with this exact story. And it's not just people over 60 or 70. I'm talking about people in their 30s and 40s, even people who exercise and try to take care of themselves who suddenly get hit with back pain they can't explain. They feel shocked, scared, even embarrassed because they don't know what went wrong. Today, I want to tell you the truth. Back pain is not always about bad posture, old injuries, or just genetics. There's a hidden reason that almost nobody talks about. I'm going to show you the surprising fast food culprit that can cause overnight back pain and explain the simple science behind it. If you or someone you care about has struggled with back pain, this could honestly be the most important video you watch all year. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share might change how you eat and how you feel forever. Before we really get started, I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed your back feels worse after you eat certain meals? Maybe you had a late-night snack or some fast food, and the next morning your back was hurting more than usual. If you felt this, type yes in the comments. If you haven't noticed it, type no. I read every comment, and your answers help others feel they're not alone. And if you care about keeping your bones healthy or want more tips for pain relief that actually work, please give this video a like and hit subscribe. I make these videos to help people just like you. For anyone who's new to my channel, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm orthopedic specialist. I've spent over 20 years helping people of all ages deal with back pain and bone problems. I see people every single day who are struggling with pain and just want some real answers. I started making these videos because I care about sharing the truth about what really causes pain, especially the things most doctors don't talk about or maybe don't even know themselves. To be honest, even with all my years as a doctor, I was shocked when I learned about this connection between fast food and back pain. I saw the research, then I saw it actually happening to my patients, and I knew I had to share it with more people. So let's work together today to bust some common myths and get you real, honest answers you can actually use. Most people think back pain only happens because you lifted something heavy, slept on a bad mattress, or just because you're getting older. But here's something almost nobody talks about: what you eat, especially late at night, can matter just as much for your back. And the really tricky part? The damage can actually start overnight while you're sleeping. You don't feel anything happening, there are no warnings, and then suddenly you wake up with pain that doesn't seem to have a reason. So stay with me, because I'm going to tell you which fast food is the real problem, the surprising science behind it, and what you should be eating instead if you want your back to feel good again. Let me tell you about Linda. She's a 6-year-old accountant, busy with work and family, and she always tried to look after herself. Linda liked to walk in the evenings, went to the gym a couple times a week, and usually ate pretty well. But she had one habit she thought wasn't a big deal she loved: grabbing fast food late at night, especially after long work days. It was quick, easy, and made her feel good in the moment. Her favorite? A big fried chicken sandwich with fries, usually eaten around 9 or 10 p.m. while watching television to relax. For a while, Linda didn't think much of it. But soon, she started waking up every single week with crippling lower back pain. Some mornings, it was so bad she could hardly sit up. The pain would shoot down her back and make it hard for her to get dressed or drive to work. Linda was worried. She hadn't injured herself, and she wasn't even that old. She tried everything. She bought a new mattress, did special back stretches before bed, even went to a physical therapist. For a while, she even took some pain medication, but nothing really helped. The pain just kept coming back. When Linda came to see me, we decided to look for patterns. I asked her to keep a pain diary, writing down everything she did, ate, and how she slept each day. After a few weeks, something jumped out at us. Her worst mornings, the days her pain was at its highest, always came right after she had that late-night fast food meal. It wasn't just a one-time thing. Almost every time Linda ate her favorite fried chicken sandwich late at night, she woke up the next day in agony. If she skipped it, her back felt a lot better. Linda was shocked. She had always heard that fast food was bad for your heart or your weight, but she never thought it could cause her back pain. Honestly, I was surprised too. But once we put the pieces together, it made sense. What we discovered next about what that food was doing inside her body, especially overnight, will blow your mind. And trust me, Linda isn't the only one. So many people are falling into the same trap without knowing it. Here's something most people don't realize. The fast food you eat, like fried chicken, burgers, and pizza, is packed with hidden things that can quietly hurt your body. It's not just about the calories or the fat making you gain weight. The real problem is that these foods are loaded with ingredients that spark inflammation, which is the body's way of fighting something it doesn't like. But when this happens too often, it can make you sick and cause pain where you least expect it, like in your back. Let's talk about what's actually in fast food. Most of these meals are full of trans fats, which are bad fats found in fried foods and baked goods. There are also lots of processed carbs, things like white bread, buns, pizza crust, and fries that turn into sugar very fast in your body. And then there's the salt. A single fast food meal can give you more salt than you're supposed to have in a whole day. When you eat these foods, especially late at night, it creates a storm inside your body. Here's how that storm works. All these bad fats, sugars, and salt cause the tissues around your spine and your joints to swell up. It's like your body's way of waving a red flag, saying, something's wrong. This swelling or inflammation is a big deal. When your spine swells, it puts pressure on the nerves that run down your back. It makes your muscles tighter and stiffer. Plus, the extra fluid and swelling can squeeze the little cushions, called discs, between your backbones, making them less able to protect you from pain. And remember, this is all happening while you sleep, when your body is supposed to be healing and resting. The science backs this up. There was a study in 2023, published by a big university, that looked at what happens after eating just one high-fat, high-salt meal, the kind you get from fast food. The scientists found that inflammation markers in the blood shot up and stayed high for 12 to 24 hours. That's a full day where your body is fighting to calm down. For many people, this is enough to trigger back pain overnight or make pain that's already there even worse. Let's make it even simpler. Think of your spine like the shock absorbers in a car. When things are working well, your spine can bounce and move and keep you comfortable. But when inflammation hits, it's like your shock absorbers get rusty and stuck. Suddenly, every movement feels rough, you wake up stiff and sore, and you wonder what happened. The important thing to know is not all fast food is created equal. Some are worse than others, and there's one type that's especially risky for your back, which I'll reveal next. But the main thing to remember right now is that what you eat, especially before bed, can set off a whole chain reaction inside your body. That's why some people wake up hurting for no reason they can see. It's not just about what you did yesterday, but what you ate last night, and it's something you have the power to change. So, what's the absolute worst fast food offender when it comes to overnight back pain? The one that keeps coming up again and again in my patients' stories and in the research is the fried chicken sandwich. Yes, That crispy golden sandwich that tastes so good after a long day is actually one of the worst things you can eat for your back, especially late at night. Here's why this sandwich is such a big problem. First, it's packed with trans fats, which come from the oil used to fry the chicken and the processed bread. These fats are known to cause inflammation throughout the whole body, and your spine is no exception. Then there's the sodium. A single fried chicken sandwich can have more than double the recommended daily limit of salt for an adult. That means just one sandwich can make your body hold on to extra water, making you feel swollen and stiff by morning. And let's not forget the added sugars in the bun and the sauces. These spike your blood sugar and can set off another round of inflammation. On top of all that, many of these sandwiches are flavored with artificial chemicals to make them taste better and last longer. But these chemicals can also irritate your body and add to the problem. To put it simply, this sandwich is a perfect storm. All those bad fats, salt, sugar, and fake flavors hit your body at once, especially if you eat it before bed. Your body doesn't have time to break it down or repair the damage. So, while you're trying to rest, your inflammation is actually getting worse. This is why so many people wake up sore, stiff, or in pain without knowing the real reason. If you're someone who loves grabbing a fried chicken sandwich at night, it might be time to think twice, not just for your weight, but for your back. Then there's Mike, and his story might surprise you. Mike is a 2-year-old fitness coach, someone you'd expect to be safe from these kinds of problems. He's in great shape, works out every day, and helps other people get healthier. But even the healthy ones aren't immune. Mike came to me because he kept waking up with a sharp pain right between his shoulder blades. At first, he was sure he had pulled a muscle or maybe slept in a strange position. But the pain kept coming back, even though he hadn't changed his workout or done anything out of the ordinary. We started looking for answers, and just like with Linda, I asked Mike to keep a diary of his pain and everything he ate. That's when we found something interesting. After his late-night training sessions, Mike didn't want to eat junk food, so he'd stop at a popular fast food chain and order what he thought was a healthy salad. It had lots of greens and grilled chicken, but it also came with a creamy dressing. Mike would pour the whole packet of dressing on his salad, thinking he was making a good choice. But when we looked at the nutrition label, we realized the truth. The dressing alone had more saturated fat and sugar than some candy bars. It was loaded with hidden oils, salt, and even corn syrup to make it taste better and stay thick. Even though the salad itself was healthy, the dressing turned it into a meal that was just as bad as any fried food for inflammation. That creamy sauce was the real problem. Once Mike understood this, he made a simple swap. Instead of buying that salad with dressing after his workouts, he started making dinner at home, something like grilled chicken with some veggies or a plain salad with just olive oil and lemon. Within a week, his back pain faded away. He couldn't believe how big a difference it made. Mike's story shows that sometimes the foods that are sold to us as healthy are actually the sneakiest offenders. It's not always about the main meal. It can be the extra stuff, like sauces and dressings, that make all the difference. Just because something is called a salad doesn't mean it's good for your body, especially your back. Let's talk about exactly how fast food can trigger back pain in your body. There are 3 main ways it happens, and once you know these, it all makes sense. First, there's inflammation. Like we talked about before, when you eat fast food loaded with bad fats, processed carbs, and chemicals, it starts a fire inside your body. Your tissues around your spine and joints start to swell. This swelling can push on your nerves, make your muscles feel tight, and take away the cushion that's supposed to protect your bones. So instead of moving smoothly, everything gets stiff and sore. Second, there's fluid retention. Fast food is packed with salt way more than your body needs. When you eat too much salt, your body holds on to extra water. That water doesn't just make your hands and feet swell. It also makes your back feel puffy, heavy, and tight, especially when you wake up in the morning. It's like your whole back is carrying an extra load, which makes every movement harder. Third, let's talk about blood sugar spikes and crashes. A lot of fast food is full of hidden sugars, even in things that don't taste sweet, like bread, sauces, or dressings. Eating these foods causes your blood sugar to shoot up really fast. Your body tries to bring it down by making more insulin, and sometimes your blood sugar drops too low in the middle of the night. When this happens, you can get muscle cramps, spasms, and pain, sometimes bad enough to wake you up. If you put all these things together, it's like pouring sand into the gears of a machine that's supposed to run smoothly. Your body tries to move and repair itself at night, but all the swelling, extra water, and blood sugar swings get in the way, causing pain and stiffness instead. But here's the good news. Even though these problems sound scary, there are simple ways to reverse them, sometimes overnight. You're not stuck with pain forever, and I'll show you how to start fixing it soon. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a night where you ate fast food and then woke up the next day feeling achy or stiff, maybe in your back or neck? If that's happened to you, let me know your experience in the comments below. I really want to hear your story. And just for fun, what's your go-to fast food when you're hungry late at night? Type it in the chat, and let's see which ones are the most popular. You might be surprised how many other people are having the same problems and looking for answers too. Now, let's get real about which fast foods are the biggest troublemakers for your back. In my experience and from what I've seen in studies, there are 5 foods that top the list when it comes to causing overnight back pain. First is fried chicken sandwiches. They're packed with bad fats and a ton of salt, all fried up and squeezed into a bun that's just empty carbs. Second is pepperoni pizza, so tasty, but it's loaded with processed meats, cheese that's high in sodium, and a crust made from white flour. Third, loaded nachos with cheese sauce. They might seem like a fun snack, but that cheese sauce is usually full of artificial ingredients, and the chips are just fried salt bombs. Fourth on the list is double cheeseburgers. Double the meat, double the cheese, and usually double the trouble. They're heavy in trans fats, sodium, and all sorts of preservatives to keep them tasting good. And last, creamy, healthy salads with processed dressings. This one tricks a lot of people. The greens might be fine, but the creamy dressings can turn it into a back pain bomb full of hidden sugars, bad oils, and fake flavors. A quick tip to remember: if it comes in a box or wrapper and tastes extra amazing at midnight, there's a good chance it's hurting your back by the next morning. Try to watch out for these foods and see if avoiding them helps your pain. So, what should you eat if you get hungry at night and want to avoid waking up with back pain? The good news is you don't have to go hungry or eat boring food. There are plenty of tasty, simple options that actually help your body instead of hurting it. For example, if you're craving something like a sandwich, try a grilled chicken wrap made with whole grain bread or a tortilla. It's filling, has protein to help your muscles, and gives you energy without all the extra salt and bad fats. If you like something sweet, Greek yogurt with a handful of fresh berries is a great choice. You get natural sweetness, plus calcium and healthy bacteria for your stomach. Another easy snack is a handful of unsalted nuts with a banana. The nuts give you healthy fats, which are good for your joints, and the banana is packed with potassium to help relax your muscles. Or maybe you want something warm. Try making a quick veggie omelet. Eggs, spinach, tomatoes, and a bit of cheese can make a perfect, satisfying meal that doesn't mess with your back or your sleep. All these foods are rich in things like magnesium and potassium, which actually help your muscles recover overnight and lower inflammation in your body. That means less swelling, less pain, and more restful sleep. One of my favorite snacks is super simple: a slice of whole grain toast with almond butter, plus a small bowl of cherries on the side. It tastes great, and cherries have special compounds that can help fight inflammation too. If you've been reaching for fast food at night, I encourage you to try swapping it out for just one of these healthier options this week. See how your body feels in the morning. Most people are surprised at how quickly their pain and stiffness start to go down when they make this one small change. Give it a try and let me know if you notice a difference. You might even find a new favorite snack. Let me share another story that really shows how much the right food can change your life. Margaret is 58 years old and has been dealing with chronic back pain for years. She's a sweet, hardworking woman who thought this pain was just something she'd have to live with as she got older. Margaret told me that every morning her back felt tight and sore, and some days it was so bad she needed help just to get out of bed. She had tried different mattresses, physical therapy, and even pain medicine, but nothing seemed to give her real relief. When we talked about her daily habits, Margaret admitted that she loved stopping at the drive-thru most nights on her way home. Her regular order was a milkshake and a large serving of fries. It was her comfort after a long day, and honestly, it made her happy in the moment. She never thought that her nighttime snacks could have anything to do with her back pain. But as we dug a little deeper, it became clear that these foods were packed with sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats, all things that trigger inflammation in the body and make pain worse, especially overnight. I encouraged Margaret to try something different for just 2 weeks. Instead of going through the drive-thru, she started making homemade fruit smoothies with some yogurt and a little honey, plus air-popped popcorn with no extra butter or salt. These snacks satisfied her cravings and were much gentler on her body. To her surprise, it only took a short time to notice a change. Within 2 weeks, Margaret told me that her morning pain was cut in half. She felt more flexible, could get out of bed more easily, and even had more energy during the day. Margaret was honestly shocked by how quickly her body responded. She told me, "I never thought changing my late-night snack would give me my mornings back." Stories like Margaret's are the reason I'm so passionate about sharing this information. It's not just about science, it's about real people getting their lives back, sometimes with small, simple changes. And if it worked for Margaret, there's a good chance it can work for you too. You don't have to accept pain as normal. You can make these changes and see real results in your own life. I want to be honest with you, I get it. Sometimes you just want something quick and easy, or you're craving a little comfort food after a long day. Life can get busy, and not everyone has time to cook every meal from scratch. And the truth is, not all fast food is evil or dangerous for your back. Some choices are definitely better than others. If you find yourself at a fast food place, try to look for grilled options instead of fried. A grilled chicken sandwich or a salad with grilled meat is usually much lighter on the bad fats. Also, try to skip the extra sauces and creamy dressings, since these are often loaded with hidden sugars and unhealthy oils. And when you're thirsty, picking water instead of soda is a simple switch that can help your body feel better. It's really about making small swaps instead of thinking you have to give up everything you enjoy. Even changing just one thing about your usual order can make a big difference over time. You don't have to be perfect or say goodbye to your favorite foods forever. Just try to make a slightly healthier choice when you can, and your back will thank you. One thing I always want to remind you, if you have back pain that just won't go away, please talk to your doctor. Sometimes pain can be a sign of something more serious, like a slipped disc, nerve problem, or another health issue that needs special treatment. Your doctor can help figure out what's really going on and make sure you get the right care. At the same time, don't overlook the power of food as a kind of medicine. What you eat every day can make a huge difference in how your body feels and heals, especially when it comes to inflammation and pain. Many people focus on exercises or medications, but forget that changing your meals can be the missing piece. Food can help your body heal from the inside out, and sometimes even small changes can bring big results. Let's quickly go over what we've learned. Fast food, especially when you eat it late at night, can cause a lot of problems for your back. Meals that are fried, salty, and full of processed ingredients can set off inflammation while you sleep, making you wake up stiff, sore, or even in real pain. The foods we talked about, like fried chicken sandwiches, pepperoni pizza, nachos, and double cheeseburgers, are some of the worst offenders. Even some so-called healthy salads can be a problem if they're covered in heavy dressings. But the good news is, you don't have to give up everything you love. Just try swapping these foods out for real, whole foods like a grilled chicken wrap, yogurt with berries, or a veggie omelet. These choices can actually help your back heal while you rest at night. So here's my challenge for you. Tonight, try one of these healthy swaps instead of your usual fast food. When you wake up tomorrow, pay attention to how your back feels. If you notice a difference, let me know in the comments. Your story might help someone else make a change too. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one small change you'll make tonight to help your back feel better? Comment below and let's support each other on this journey. If this video helped you or taught you something new, please give it a like and share it so others can find out the truth about back pain too. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more real advice that works. You're not alone in this. Together, we can beat back pain one meal at a time. Remember, every meal you eat is a new chance to help your body heal not just your back, but your whole body. No matter your age, it's never too late or too early to start making smarter choices that will make you feel better. Even small changes can add up and make a real difference in your life. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Here's to stronger bones, pain-free mornings, and living your best, healthiest life. I'm glad we're on this journey together. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.